all my listeners, welcome to another edition of FMW, live in the studio. We privilege March 2nd, Sunday, 2025. And everybody's talking about the disrespect. Everybody's talking about the disrespect. We're talking about the disrespect that occurred, the meeting that went down between President Trump and President Zelensky. Everybody's talking about the disrespect. For Americans who are still in control of their own thoughts, who can think outside the box, people who ain't trapped in the rhetoric. For those who watched that press conference when President Trump met up with President Zelensky of Ukraine, tell me what you saw. Tell me what you saw on President Zelensky's face. That's what I'd like to know. Because I know what I saw. I saw arrogance. I saw frustration. I saw agitation. It was written all over his face. He couldn't hide it. He wore it right there on his sleeve. It was right there. Now, I didn't understand that at all, because after $350 billion of American taxpayers' money have been contributed to fund your war, how dare you? How dare you? You better walk up in the Oval Office with a smile on your face. You better wear a big grin. In fact, you better be jumping around, up and down, like a homosexual with a bag of dicks. Can I say that? Can I say that? How dare you? I don't get it. I don't get it. I saw it with my own two eyes. How dare you take such a arrogant, ungrateful stance against the nation? The nation who's attempting to resolve your beef. Damn. This is what goes on in politics? Utter arrogance and ungratefulness. I mean, here's the nation who's giving you military equipment, who's funded your wars, and the cards wasn't in your hands. You wasn't winning, and you wasn't gonna win. But yet, you come begging for money. Begging, while insulting the president and insulting the American people at the same time. You don't walk up in my building demanding nothing. We ain't got to guarantee nothing. We ain't making no promises. With that attitude, we ain't making no promises, and we ain't giving no guarantees, because there is no guarantees without making the deal. The guarantees come with the deal, partner. You gotta make the deal first. Nothing is guaranteed without the deal. Nothing is concrete without the deal. Nothing is solidified without the deal. The deal ensures the guarantees. Dummy. I hate to get like this. I hate to let the gorilla out the cage. I really do. But sometimes it's just called for. I'm going to keep it a G with you. Zelensky, you failed to impress the American people. You failed to impress me. You left a sour impression on me with your snobbery. Yeah. With your impudence, with your self-conceit. Oh, you left a bad taste in my mouth. With your display of bravadoism. Oh, hell no! You should have never did that. Coming here with your swelled head. That's what you did. Reminded me of a person who has a superiority complex. Hear me now. That's what I saw live. I wasn't impressed with your self-contentment. I wasn't impressed at all, no. I wasn't impressed with your authoritativeness. I wasn't impressed with your self-assertion. No, I wasn't. I didn't like it at all. In fact, your whole approach and my professional perspective, and my perspective is professional, it was a complete backfire. It was a complete backfire. I don't know what your intentions was. I don't know what you was thinking. But I know one thing, you did not leave a good impression on the American people. Now the question is, can the relationship between Ukraine and the United States be resolved? That's the question. What do you think? Talk to me. Let me know. Because what the public witnessed was incredibly intense. That was an incredibly intense situation that we saw. Because it showed me that when you're dealing with a mindset that refuses to recognize that it's hurting the cause, when you're dealing with a mindset that refuses to recognize that countrymen are dying on both sides. On both sides, people are dying. When you're dealing with a mindset that won't acknowledge an immediate ceasefire, when you're dealing with a mindset that can't give you no positive outcome to an endless war, when you're dealing with a mindset that just wants you to give, then you know one thing, that this person ain't ready for peace. You ain't ready for peace. You ain't looking for peace. Nah. When the Vice President of the United States of America, J.D. Vance, has to remind you, have you said thank you? Have you said thank you? I mean, really, have you said thank you sincerely? Genuinely? Have you said thank you? Have you said thank you with humbled appreciations? Have you? This is real time. This is real time we talking about. And the American people are watching and the American people are listening. Oh yeah, we listening because we talking $350 billion of American taxpayers' money. Now, we ain't talking about no little bit of money here. We ain't talking about no little bit of money here. This is a whole lot of money. And you got the president of the United States trying to end the death. Just want to end the death. And just want to create some real lasting peace. Forget all the rhetoric. Forget all the semantics. We not doing that no more. We just not doing that. Even though Senator Lindsey Graham, and I heard old Lindsey Graham was a big supporter of Zelensky. Big supporter, big friend. This is what he had to say about it.
Urban instinct. Let's watch.
So, what I think, complete, utter disaster. I've been to Ukraine 8 or 9 times since the war started. I understand the consequences of Putin's actions against Ukraine. I appreciate what the Ukrainian people have done. They fought like tigers. At the end of the day, I was hoping that this minerals deal, which would be transformative in the relationship, would go over well. I talked to Zelensky this morning. Don't take the bait. President Trump was in a very good mood last night. Somebody asked me, am I embarrassed about Trump? I have never been more proud of the president. I was very proud of J.D. Vance, standing up for our country. We want to be helpful. What I saw in the Oval Office was disrespectful, and I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again. Wow. I think most Americans saw a guy that they would not want to go in business with. The way he handled the meeting, the way he confronted the president was just over the top.
Word.
So I think the relationship between Ukraine and America is important, vitally important.
For sure.
But can Zelensky do a deal with the United States after what I saw? I don't know.
President Trump, what did he say to you about his interactions and whether he thinks
he was shocked? He was very upbeat. I told Zelensky, we'll talk about security guarantees. We'll talk about ceasefires and how the war ends. This is a process. You have a new relationship with America, a $500 billion, $500 billion deal that President Trump is proud of, that gives us an interest worth defending. Let's talk about the positive. But he was terrible at Munich, Zelensky, and I think he has made it almost impossible to sell to the American people that he's a good investment, that he is a good business.
Last question.
Senator Graham, thank you. Do you think President Zelensky needs to resign to resume these peace talks?
He either needs to resign and send somebody over that we can do business with, or he needs to change.
Do you
Damn, that's deep. They said he needs to resign or send somebody over that they could do business with until, or if he's ready to change. Like, wow, that's how bad it went. That's how much disrespect this brother Zelensky showed live on national television. I mean, I saw this up close. Trump was cool, very humble, giving Zelensky his props, letting him know it's an honor to sit with you. It's an honor. Let's get this over with. I'm here to talk business with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help you out. It was just a peaceful introduction. Let me play some audio for that from you.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have President Zelensky of Ukraine. And we've been working very hard, very close. And we've actually known each other for a long time. We've been dealing with each other for a long time and very well. We had a little negotiation spat, but that worked out great. I think for both countries, I think for the world, actually, beyond both countries. And we have something that is a very fair deal. And we look forward to getting in and digging and working and getting some of the rare earth. But it means we're going to be inside, and it's a big commitment from the United States, and we appreciate working with you very much. And we will continue to do that. We have had some very good discussions with Russia. I spoke with President Putin, and we're going to try and bring this to a close. It's something that you want and that he wants. We have to negotiate a deal. But we've started the confines of a deal, and I think something can happen.
You see, Trump is being the peacemaker, the middleman, trying to bring both sides of the confrontation to the table. It's not easy bringing two enemies to a table of negotiation. That is not an easy task to achieve. But President Trump is standing firm on ending this war. He even shared with the people some history and some facts about Russia and about President Putin and how this country slandered his name, lied on him. It all was a conspiracy. The Russia collision all was a conspiracy. He shared that. He kept it up front. Zelensky was upset at Putin. He wanted to call him names, make threats. He didn't seem like he wanted any peace or any ceasefire. But then Trump stood up and he reminded Zelensky and everybody that was in the room, hold up now. Russia been through some stuff by the American press and the American government over here. This is what he said about it.
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff, it was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom.
Damn.
It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom.
Damn.
It was disgusting.
It was.
And then they said, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if he can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out.
Basically.
But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing.
It's not.
I think we've seen it enough. What do you think?
Let's
This is going to be great television.
Sure is, man. It was great television. It was great that we were able to see the politics, the politics. It was great that the people had an up-close perspective on some of the things that go on behind the closed doors of politics. It ain't easy, man. You got to deal with all of this snobbiness and attitudes and expectations and demands, and when the cards ain't even in your hands. How dare you? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it, man. I'm really buffooned about this, man. Then old JD comes in. And all he's saying is, listen, man, all that beating your chest and all that monstrosities and all the attitudes and all of that yada, yada, yada stuff, we tried that. That don't work. Why don't we try a little bit of diplomacy? Let's listen to the vice president.
Hey, I would respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Wow, diplomacy. That was the key word here, diplomacy. But Joe, Zelensky went on to give a history lesson about things that happened since 2014 with Putin and treaties they signed that he claimed allegedly Putin had violated, and just went on to give a whole lecture. And at the end of him speaking, he kind of was sarcastic about it. He asked Vice President J.D. Vance, what's this diplomacy that you talking about? You know, what you mean diplomacy? And so I'm gonna play a little snip of that audio for y'all. Check this out.
What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
Wow. Did you hear what he said? And I seen some footage of this too. I seen footage of men being kidnapped in the middle of the street. In the middle of the night, just walking down the block, a van pull up being kidnapped. And they saying these are brothers that's being abducted and forced into the military and forced into the Ukrainian army. This is what's going on. That's how bad it is, they saying over there. People don't even want to join up with the Ukrainian military. I'm not one to gossip. Listen, I'm just here to tell you what they don't want you to know. Can you imagine you walking down the street and some van pulls up on you, 3 or 4 goons get out and try to pull you in the van and kidnap you and force you into their military government, their military army? Can you imagine that? Damn, man, it's crazy. I can't imagine something like that, man. That's just horrible, man. That's just a horrible reality, man. To be snatched off the street and forced to be inducted into a war, a fight, a military, a clan, a group. Damn. Shit is crazy, man. Let me see what else we got here. The streets is talking, man. Let me play this other clip that they said. This is JD, asking, did you ever say thank you, I believe.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Trying to save your country, man. And you just come with this arrogance, this snobbiness, this self-content. Like, who the hell do you think you are? I don't know what kind of treatment you was being given during the Biden administration. I got to do some research on that because I don't know if they were spoiling you, kissing your ass, making you promises, putting you high on this pedestal. I don't know if you was walking in there with your chest all stuck out, making any type of demands on Joe. I want to know if you went in there with your chest all stuck out, talking that shit to old gangster Joe. I don't know what the hell was going down, but brother, you did not impress me at all. You did not impress me at all. In fact, you left a nasty taste in my mouth. Right there. Right there. Nasty taste in my mouth. Puh. It's terrible, man. But then I guess that pissed off old Zelensky. You know, the talk of diplomacy and, you know, all of those things. And Trump letting them know, hey, man, Russia went through some stuff with us, man, because of our American press and because of the last administration and shit like that. I'm keeping it a G with you, man. And we ain't getting no war. We worked it out. We talked it out. I think that kind of pissed off Zelensky. Yeah. Then he said something about just because you are talking loud, you know, and that right there, that Trump came in on that one. I'm gonna play the audio for that one on y'all right now. Let me get that up. He told Zelensky told J.D. Vance, just because you talking loud about the Trump said, hold up, man, he ain't talking loud. Hold up. Let me play the audio. Play the audio on that.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I answer?
No, you've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
Damn right.
No.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and not
haven't been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
met
for
up
your
ready, but they
Real
used our
mouse.
military. If you didn't have our military equipment,
invited me
if you
to-
didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course,
It's
yes.
going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
And just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
Accept
to American. They
accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
That's right.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long.
That's right.
You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
anything.
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't
Listen,
please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers.
Dang.
It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire.
What?
I want to go, and I want this. Look,
Oh,
if you could get a
hell
ceasefire
no.
right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and,
Damn right.
stop
Of
getting
course,
killed.
of course, we want to stop the war.
But I'm saying you don't want a
But I said
ceasefire.
to you,
I want a ceasefire.
I want a
Because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter for
me.
you what
That
you
wasn't
want.
with me.
It
That was with
wasn't with
a
you.
guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was with
your president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards.
Don't.
But without us, you don't have any cards.
Don't have nothing without the U.S. You ain't got nothing. Like he said, Obama gave you the sheets. I don't know if y'all know about this, but yeah, when they was first being invaded, Obama sent them blankets. Blankets. It was the Trump administration that gave them weapons to fight off the Russian tanks. Obama didn't send any weapons. He sent blankets. It was the Trump administration that sent weapons that helped them defend themselves. just for the record. You see, they was going at it. Zelensky ain't have no respect, no disregard, no pause. Just talking over the president and the vice president. Wasn't listening. Just came there with these negative intentions. But then he fucked up. Oh yeah, he fucked up big time. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. He made a threat. He indirectly indicated something, and that ticked off President Trump. Oh, hell no! That's when I saw the New York in Trump. It came out. It comes out every now and then. But yo, the streets is talking about this. Zelensky tried to make a threat. Let's play the audio. Run the tape.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
right.
We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
Exactly what
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he's supposed to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
Not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't
I'm
know
very
you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm the
with the
president
lives
of
of
the war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you think
You're
about-
gambling with
what is
World
the-
War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
It's
with
back to
respect to
you.
you.
Far more than a lot of people say they should have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Disrespectful. Totally out of pocket. Totally played out. Wow. This is the president? No diplomacy at all. None. But Trump told him. And that's the title of my show tonight. Trump to Zelensky. You're gambling with World War III. You heard him. He said it to the man right to his face. Roll the tape.
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you think
You're
about-
gambling with
what is
World
the-
War III.
That's right. Tell him again.
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you think
You're
about-
gambling with
what is
World
the-
War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
Right. Disrespectful to this country. And we don't like it. We saw it, we witnessed it, and we don't like it. Not a damn bit. Not a damn bit. This is what transpired, people. I'm glad it happened out in the open. I'm glad it happened in the public. I'm glad that people were able to witness this. This ain't scripted. Live. This is what goes on in the world of politics. It's all a pile of tricks. Semantics, flip-floppy, wordplay, and symbolisms. That's all. But yo, listen, Trump, I heard. Now, I'm not one to gossip, but Jesse Waters and them is saying that Zelensky got kicked out of the White House. They saying that he was supposed to have lunch. I'm sorry, he's supposed to have lunch with Trump. But you don't get to eat this food. You got to get the hell up on out of here. Told him he had to leave the Oval Office. And you ain't getting nothing to eat. Oh, yeah. But Trump said, yo, until he's ready to come back, because it don't sound like he want to talk peace. It don't sound like that's what he came to do. So they asked Trump, give him an update on the meeting and what his perspective was. And this is pretty much what Trump said.
From his standpoint, I think he very much overplayed his hand. We're looking for peace. We're not looking for somebody that's going to sign up as strong power and then not make peace because they feel emboldened, and that's what I saw happening. I'm looking for peace. We're not looking to go into a 10-year war and play games. We want peace. And it was just my impression that if we do that, if we sign up, he's looking for something that I'm not looking for. He's looking to go on and fight. We're looking to end the death. 2,000 people died this week. Soldiers, more than that, but 2,000 approximately people died this week. Young Ukrainians and Russians. And somebody would say, why do you care about Ukraine and Russian soldiers? I care about them. I care about everybody.
That's right.
And we're not doing that. Now, if we don't do anything, he's going to have to make peace, but he's dealing with a very weak set of cards. If we sign, he's dealing with a very strong set of cards, and then he doesn't want to make peace. So that's where we are. It's very simple. I'm not looking to get into anything protracted. I want immediate peace. President Putin is going to want to make, and he wants to end it. And you saw what I saw today. This is a man that wants to get us signed up and keep fighting, and we're not doing that. Not for this country.
We ain't doing it.
So we're setting a lot of records. Economically, we're setting records, and I think every way we're setting records. One of the best is the right track, wrong track. You saw that. We're on the right track for the first time in over 27 years. People are impressed with that.
That's right.
The other thing is the feeling about our country. The feeling is great. It's up 48% on feeling on business. And that's the record we've never had. There's never been a record where we've ever gone up that much in such a short period of time. So we're doing really well. And I guess some of you are coming with us. And if you are, I hope you're going to have a good flight. What? He's got to say, I want to make peace. He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, all negative things. He's got to say, I want to make peace. I don't want to fight a war any longer. His people are dying. He doesn't have the cards, just so you understand it, okay? I can tell you.
He don't got the cards.
I don't have to tell you that. Go ahead. I think you know the answer to that.
Oh yeah, we kicked him out the White House. Yeah, it's true. I don't got to tell you that though.
Look, I don't trust or distrust anybody. I just want to get a deal done, and if the deal happens, good. But you can't embolden somebody that does not have the cards, and all of a sudden that person says, "Oh, well, now I can keep fighting." We're not going to keep fighting. You're going to get the war done, or let them go and see what happens. Let them fight it out.
That's it. That's it.
I want anybody that's going to make peace. If he's capable of making peace, which he may or may not be, but I want somebody that's going to make peace. Again, he doesn't have the cards. When we sign up, he's got all of the cards. That doesn't mean he can fight. He's got to stop the fighting, stop the death. He's losing hundreds of thousands of soldiers. It's time to stop the death.
Stop the death. Cease fire. Cease fire.
Well, he says he wants it now. He wants to come back right now, but I can't do that.
Nah. Too late for that.
They should have an immediate ceasefire. That was the other thing.
That's
he
right.
didn't want to do about ceasefire. A ceasefire could take place immediately. A contract, if you want to end the war, you sign up an agreement. That's going to take a period of time. It takes time.
Right.
I want it to end immediately. And I think if you had a ceasefire, it would be a ceasefire, a real one, that would end it. But
I agree.
he doesn't want to do that. That's fine. Do a better deal.
Do a better
I want it
deal.
to end immediately. I want a ceasefire now. He said, oh, I don't want a ceasefire. Well, all of a sudden, he's a big shot because he has the U.S. on his side. Either we're going to end it or let him fight it out. And if he fights it out, it's not going to be pretty. Because without us,
that's right.
He doesn't win.
Not at all. Not at all.
It doesn't matter what I'm considering. I'm just telling you. You saw what I saw today. That was not a man that wanted to make peace. And I'm only interested if he wants to end the bloodshed. Thank you very much.
That's it. Enough said, enough said, enough said. We needed to see this play out in real time, folks. Peoples, we needed to see this play out in real time, out in the open, no scripts, live. This is the world of politics, damn. But President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, I'm going to tell you one thing. They stood on business. They stood on business. They defended America. They defended American values, American principles, and the American people. Oh, yes, they did. They stood on straight business. And for that, I got to give you salutes. Oh, yeah. Straight business. Because, see, what we here to do, we got an agenda. We've been fighting this war a very long time. We learned a lot. We've seen many come and many go. But right now, this day, 2025, the agenda is to make America great again.
Breaking news right now. This is at City College. Large crowds of protesters cheered on while holding flares underneath a Gothic.
The album is out.
It comes after a night of clashes between
FMW 2025.
Getting arrested just a few hours
It has arrived.
So see quite a few people throwing
on all social media platforms. Check it out.
Functions will be remote.
It's the funk, baby.
Policy. They putting these artificial drugs inside of these pharmacies. They letting these illegals come over the border from overseas. Step on our integrity and ripping away our democracy.
Yo, what a hypocrisy.
It's in the technology. They keeping you stuck in your colony. Dividing they conquer the harmony. They feeding you fake ideology. They stealing your property. Committing atrocities. They say it's all good but never been good at giving apologies. We never gon' break even. Cause no matter what, when they're going get tough, these people they play to win. Somebody persuaded them, financially aided them. They went to the ATM, they flipping these numbers, they made them win. They live in this major sin. We dealing with crazy men. They up in their offices, they playing identity politics. They narcissists, they kill a whole culture and then step over their carcasses. They open the borders, look at Chicago, look at New Yorkers. Who's giving these orders? Yo, they coming across our waters. We making it great again. 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 We making it great again.
It's the funk, baby.
We making it great again. Why no one ain't reading the Revelation? The
talking about the Euphrates.
Yo, what is the truth? Yo, why we got war between Palestine and the Israelis? Why we got men who's walking around?
They saying they wanna be ladies. Why we got women, my body, my choice, and they be aborting their babies.
These people lay bathrooms, and half of their staff is staff coons. And though we don't have room
for none of you snakes and you baboons
who's always online in them chat rooms. But what's going on in them back rooms? You walking outside of the classroom.
They go inside the woman's bathroom. We making it great again. 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 We making it great again.
My fellow Americans, our movement is far from over. In fact, our
fight has only just begun. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So with American pride swelling in our hearts and American courage stirring in our souls, I say these words to you tonight.
Talk to him.
We will make America powerful again.
Okay.
We will
That's
make
right.
America wealthy.
Okay.
We will make America strong again.
Okay.
We will make America proud again.
USA.
We will make America safe again.
USA.
We will make